O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive a new 2025 RDX $419 a month during our 17th anniversary sale.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield Home Security System guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Take $10,000 off a 2025 Acura MDX during our 17th anniversary sale.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
It's big. It's gigantic. It's the Toyota of Hollywood Super Sale. Over 2,000 Toyotas from just $17,988. Like a Corolla LE, not $24,000, $17,988. Buy with 0% financing, 0 down. Join the fun and get a super deal at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welt & Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welt & Rayom can help.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive a new Acura ZDX, $439 a month during our 17th anniversary sale.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, one and all. Good afternoon, good evening. I don't know when you're watching, when you're listening, whenever you are, we appreciate. Please hit that like button, whether you're listening, watching, whatever it is you're doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you know when we go live. Just in case, once in a while, we'll pop out with some breaking news or anything like that. You'll know. So hit that notification bell, and of course, we'll do our pre and post game shows coming up this season once again. Man, got some stuff to talk about. McD spoke this morning. I like this new schedule because I get like everything used to go on when we were on press conferences and all that stuff. Now they're doing the press conferences before we get on, so I get to watch them and take my notes, and then I can, pass on all the news and notes and break down what I think McD tried to say, said, kind of said, didn't know what he said, whatever it is at that moment. You know how it goes. We are talking about the babbler. So we'll give you the breakdown of the babbler. If Batman had the Riddler, can you imagine the babbler? So the Joker, the Riddler, the babbler. So McDaniel comes in and he just talks back Batman to just back crazy. The babbler. I just came up with a new superhero for Batman in the 60s. That really don't fly now. But in the 60s, it would have gone with those characters, actually. The babbler. There you go. Any of you guys, are you good at doing that photoshopping and all that? Batman with the different what's it called? Enemies. And then you Photoshop in the babbler. There's a little work for you there. Anyway, so we'll break down the babbler's press conference and what he had to say. We'll hear from Tua. He had, I would call it words that leaders would have with Cam and Bucky Brooks from the NFL Network. We'll play that audio for you also. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Obviously, the Dolphins did something interesting with Minkah Fitzpatrick, and we'll talk about that and the ramifications of it, and whether it's good or bad and all that kind of stuff. Inter Miami over the weekend with lucky draw, right? Lucky draw, I would call it, which was I'll take it, dude. I thought for sure they were losing that game, and for that referee to not count that Cincinnati goal was disgusting, but I'll take it. I love it, bro. Thank God that wasn't like Inter Miami, because then I'd be really pissed. This way I was just actually like shocked. And then I was like, all right, dude, like these idiots are really going to reverse this goal. Okay, I'll take it. And so that was really cool this weekend. The markets, where are we at right now? Just since markets have been open for 34 minutes right now, the Dow is down 38, S&P's up almost 8, and the Nasdaq is barely up a sniff, like a fifth of a point. So it's not I think the EU deals now all these tariff things are, everybody's numb to them in the investment world because they don't really mean anything. And since none of them are legal anyways, they're just kind of temporary. Plus they can be taken up, taken down, raised, whatever. And I think kind of it doesn't affect markets like you think it would. You know what I'm saying? Plus you had the Chinese pause for 90 more days. So yeah, these idiots couldn't come up with 90 deals in 900 days. So I just think the markets are kind of numb to all this kind of stuff. But just to kind of give you a little something, okay? Think about this. Bitcoin is at 118,000 right now, and it just took a $9 billion hit. Somebody sold 80,000 Bitcoin for $9 billion. And it barely did anything to the market. That's pretty amazing, quite frankly. The Bitcoin hash rate, show them there, Sean. The Bitcoin hash rate is at an all-time high right now. Okay? And when that happens, the price always follows. All right. And we have a whole bunch of shorts that are going to be liquidated in the 123, the 125, the 130 area, billions of dollars combined in those areas. We're going to shoot through the 130, and then that's going to catapult us. So be prepared. It's coming. Hash rate, all of this. Saquon's Communications bought $88.5 million of Bitcoin. They now hold 3,072 Bitcoin for a total of 365 million. Ethereum has surpassed the combined market cap of American Express and HSBC. You know, I remember all these people that were laughing at me with crypto and with Bitcoin and crypto. Ethereum, HSBC Bank, and American Express combined don't have the market cap of Ethereum. Who laughs last? Ethereum in inflows in the last in the year to date, 7.8 billion. Metaplanet added 780 Bitcoin for 92.5 million. They now have a total of 17,132 Bitcoin worth $2 billion. It's crazy. Mara has raised Mara is the biggest Bitcoin mining pool in the world. They have now raised 950 million more to buy more Bitcoin. And Capital B just bought 58 Bitcoin for 5.9 million. They now have a total of 2,013 Bitcoin. If you don't see what's coming, I can't help you. Okay? I've tried to help you for 6 years. Try to help you at 16, at 20, at 30, at 40, at 50, at 60, at 70, at 80. And I'll still help you here at 118. We are still in the buying zone, a delicious buying zone. Okay? I'm telling you, it's freaking amazing. Ethereum, by the way, it hit over 3,900 last night. It is now rocking over 3,800 because it hit 3,800 and then it went down to like 35, 36. Now it's worked its way and it stayed strong over 3,800 here in the last 24 hours. It did go over 3,900. Okay. And Ethereum has had itself a hell of a month, up 57.7% for the month. All right. So not bad. Up 113.9% in the last 90 days. Ethereum. So if you were patient, the rest is history. Good for you. Okay. Good for you, because there was a lot of Ethereum FUD out there. Good morning, boys and girls. There you go. Little Bitcoin, crypto, and economical segment. And, of course, never financial advice. I have no idea what I'm talking about because I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a dude that likes Bitcoin since it was at 16,000. So what do I know? You're only up well over 100,000. What can I tell you? Enjoy your day. What else do we have going on in the world of sports? I see Jay Gelfin in the house. He's smashing it.
Dolphin Dave, Bradley Maddox in Wichita Falls, Texas. I have zero expectations for the year. I'm not expecting anything team-wise to be – I don't expect them to accomplish jack shit that way. But like I told you guys, there's a lot of things to look forward to in the Dolphins season. See, that's – you sometimes people misinterpret who I am as a fan. I'm just real. And I know collectively this team is not good enough. Plus, I know they don't have a good enough coach. Why would I lie to myself? And I get it. Other people, you want to go gravitate to places that so they can fill your head up with bullshit and lie to you and all that. I don't do that. But am I looking forward to Sealer and Grant growing up together? Yeah, I am. I'm looking forward to watching Chubb and Chop and Phillips play. And if they stay together, that shit's going to be fun, dude. The secondary is going to suck. But if the pass rush can get there every once in a while, that'll be fun. Sealer and Grant will be fun, and we'll see if the young kids that they drafted in the back end, we'll see if they can contribute. I like the linebackers. Tyreek and Waddle, we'll see if they can be fun. And Tua, now the line has to block. McDaniel has to be a good coach. All those other things that are going to be hard, for it to happen. But there's elements of it that are going to be fun to watch. What you don't do is lie to yourselves and say, oh, yeah, we're going to win 11 games in 12, and we're going to beat Buffalo, and we're going to – no, don't lie to yourself, bro. Just enjoy it. If they happen to surprise us, fantastic. That's all, right? Some of you are enjoying what's going on with the Marlins. It's not real, but, hey, you can enjoy it at least because they never keep anybody or anything like that, but enjoy it, right? For me, I don't give a shit. I'm detached from the Marlins. I was detached when they had the outfield and Fernandez and all that, and the poor kid dies. But I was detached from all those guys. When they traded him, I didn't care because I didn't watch. So it doesn't hurt me. So since I detached myself, I'm good. But some of you are shocked, right? We're all shocked that they're playing the way they've played the last 2 months. Okay, so now you're shocked and you're enjoying the run, right? Same thing here with the Dolphins. The same exact thing. Don't expect shit from them. This team is not as good as it was last year or the year before. They were way better 2 years ago. They were better last year, and they have lost a ton of leadership. So, yeah, collectively, you shouldn't have any expectations for the Dolphins. But individually, shit, man. I want to see Austin Jackson come back, play well, have a good year. I want to see Patrick Paul develop. And if he develops, hell, at least you have a left tackle for the future. So there are individually things that you can get excited about and watch, okay? Your problem is if you think collectively you're getting anywhere. You don't have the coach, you don't have the depth, and you're weak in certain areas that are just too – you can't be that weak. So these things, unfortunately are going to be a detriment to the team and why you probably won't do anything overall as a team. But individually, there's a lot of things to look at and at least root for. That's it. That's all. Just don't lie to yourselves. And that's the problem that we do as fans, that we lie to ourselves, like, again, the Marlins, okay? I knew where Yelich was going to end up. I knew where Osuna. I knew where Stan. I knew where everybody would. I knew Fernandez. If the poor kid, bless him, rest in peace. If he was still alive, he would be wearing a Yankee uniform right now. What do you think? Come on. So, I know what the reality is. I don't lie to myself, and that's what. And eventually, if the Stowers kid proves to be good and consistent into next year, because obviously he's a failed draft pick and he's playing well now. If he plays into next year, he plays his way off the team. That's what you do here. You play your way off the team. So individually, if you want to enjoy that stuff for now, whatever, that's fine. I do it a little differently there. But at least with the Dolphins, there is true commitment. Do they get the combinations right and to win a championship? No, that hasn't happened. But it's not like the Marlins that they're not trying and they're just pulling the shell game all the damn time. No, they're trying. So watch. Just don't set yourself up for what's really never going to happen, unfortunately. Okay? But if it happens, it's a beautiful surprise. That's the way you look at it. What I want to see Grant kick ass, because I know Grant and Sealer are going to be playing together for a long time. So I know over the next 5 years, we'll see those two together if Grant is successful. I know Sealer's successful, and I know he'll be here, but not the other guy. And so we need the other guy to come through. And then if the other defensive ends stay healthy, the pass rushers, that is, sky's the limit, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. By the way, Sailor also posted yesterday. I don't know if I missed it yet, if the buy came through, but Sailor should be making another one of those $500 million, $750 million type of buys. It's just a little some. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet because he put it out yesterday. So we'll see on all of that. All right, what else do we have here on the chat board? Don't forget, folks, please hit the like button. You can also make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, Chainlink and Solana, which I'm also invested in. Joe Cracchiola, thank you for the Venmo over the weekend, sir. Appreciate you. He says, I heard the lightning strikes by Aerosmith. Figure that's my signal to donate. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, and glad you got the package and everything. I appreciate it. Very nice of you, Joe. Thank you. Whenever you're listening or whenever you're watching or whatever, we always appreciate it. Thank you for the support, as always, and the patience. Since we're just two guys trying to survive. All right, what else do we have here? NorCal is in, as always. Thank you, NorCal. Jamie Zorria in Torreon, Mexico, enjoying a vacation. Good for you, brother. It's like a summer vacation in Mexico, you bastard. It's like yesterday. We had a great day yesterday. Killed it. Yeah. By the way, we killed it over the weekend. We watched X-Men on Friday, Eddington on Saturday, and Oh Hi on Sunday. A dark rom-com. And then I went down to the Keys to Marker 88, and we sat there for the sunset and had a great dinner. And you talk about a place, the Keys. Oh my God, you're in Mexico, and it's like, as long as you're on the coast and that kind of stuff, and you can enjoy. I felt like I was away yesterday because that's what the Keys make you feel like. I love the Keys. I can barely afford to live in Kendall. I can't imagine living in the Keys, but man, any of you that live in the Keys, God bless you, man. That place is amazing. So whenever you could get away, and you are really getting away there, Jamie, God bless you, dude. Yesterday we got away for just a little bit, for a couple minutes, and went down to Marker 88. And once you go into the Keys, it's just feels like a different place, man. Just a completely different place. Jeff in Long Island, good morning to you. Cosa Nostra, Gus 1388. Alexis Palenzuela. Vincent White is checking in from Gwinnett County. Big Johnson, happy Monday to you, sir. Juan Rosa. Jake from Palatown. One-Eyed Jack. Lots of announcements for Bitcoin buys from companies in the last 24 hours. Supply shock is, oh yeah, We're going to get I'm telling you, the nasty rips are coming. The good thing is, those of you that are getting in now and all that, you are going to get in before we start ripping. Because it's funny, we will take a fraction of the time to get from now to 250 than we did from now to 118. Took us 16 years, right, to get here. Well, I say easily within the next 16 months, we're at 250. So it's going to be nuts. It really is. So I agree with you, One-Eyed Jack. It is going to blow people's minds what's going to happen with Bitcoin. It's finite. There just isn't enough. John Padilla checking in San Jose, California. Thank you, sir. Lenny Pena says, looking forward to our pass rush this year. Pretty much it. And for Weaver to take over by midseason. That would be very nice. Pat in Asheville. McGruber. Alexis Palenzuela. Rocking to the theme song. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mason did an awesome job, dude. He rocked it out. I was dying to get it redone because I had to rewrite the lyrics for it so it could fit the platform, because we originally had it with the original creator, Stephen Carter, and he wrote it and everything. I gave him all the bullet points and he put it all together, and he put the song together, and it's the one song, the one open that everybody has always loved over the years. So I wanted it just in the same Stephen Carter spirit, and Mason effing knocked it out, dude. Love the open. You did a great job, man. And it's good to have it back and have it fit our show, you know. Let's see what else. Instead of a soup McDaniel, we'll have a Lisa, good morning to you. Ty in the Bronx, Skylar. Let's see. Josh, Denardo Joseph, Sam the Man. This team might surprise everybody. Sam, you know how many years you guys have said that? Come on, man. You know, think about it. Why would you surprise? Is Mike McDaniel going to get plays in all of a sudden on time constantly? Does he know how to counter when they figure out what he's doing? I just saw Chris Perkins tweet, hey, where's the big receiver icon? We haven't seen him used yet. Will they use the big receiver? Will they just be dependent on the Oompa Loompas? Will he continue to put players out there who are constantly making mistakes like Julian Hill? Can he win a challenge? Or can he win the majority of his challenge, not just win a challenge? That's how low it is. So this is why I love you all out there. I really do, all of you. But make no mistake, I will make fun of you. And this is where I make fun of the blind ass fan.
Blind ass fan alert. Look out, everyone. We've got a blind ass fan coming through.
So, you know, Sam the Man, that's where reality, come on, dude. Yeah, we're 4 years in, he still can't even do a decent press conference. The guy is a total goof. And he constantly proves it. So you were asking that he's going to fix all of that. At least from Mario Cristobal, dude, I'm pumped about Mario. Because he pulled away from his conservative ways and got the hell out of the way as offensive coordinator and his quarterback last year. I marveled at that. I was like, oh shit, he's delegating, and he's not allowing, to have the oh God, what's this guy's name? Fantastic player. I always like to make fun of it because that's what Mario reminds me of at the NFL level in Tennessee. What was his name? The offensive line coach that was in charge. He was the head coach there, with an M. Come on, man. Somebody help me out there now. What's his name? Great player, dude. Great player. Was a hell of a offensive line coach. Malarkey? No, not Malarkey. Not Malarkey. He was the former Tennessee guy. Munchak. That's it. Thank you so much, Strafasi. I see Sam I am got it, and Donardo. Thank you. Munchak had that disease because he was an offensive line coach. That permeated in his offense, and it was conservative. It was very Dave Wanstead-ish. Another fantastic example. Very Dave Wanstead-ish. In fact, if you ask Dave Wanstead assistants when they were crossing the 45-yard line, they would start hearing in the speakers, all right, guys, we're trying to get into a field goal range. Let's make sure we're making responsible calls here. So the head coach was already influencing conservative play calling at that moment, because he was already ready to settle for field goal and let the running game and the defense and all that bullshit. Well, Mario did none of that last year. And if Mario gets the defensive coordinator stuff fixed, I saw something in Mario that I have never seen from Mike McDaniel so far. So I am actually psyched about the Canes, disappointed overall for the Dolphins and Mike McDaniel. Individually, there's stuff I want to look forward to for the Dolphins because I'm a Dolphins fan. So I'm going to, remember what I told you what the offseason was about. Find building blocks that translate to a different coach. And then that way, when you do make changes, it's not sacrificing scheme and saying, oh my God, now we've got to get rid of this guy because he's a good player, but he doesn't fit this scheme and all that kind of stuff. And then that just doesn't help. So it's kind of been that. And now this part of it, that's why I can't agree with you. And that's why I would say it's ridiculous to think, oh yeah, we're going to see a different team. No, because I haven't seen a different Mike McDaniel. All right. You mean Fantastic Four? There's a new X-Men movie, Fantastic Four. Yeah, the new the start or whatever the hell it was. I watched it on Friday. I'll give you my breakdown now in a minute. The Dolphins defense will be better this year, but the Dolphins offense coach, well, I don't know. The secondary, John, if the secondary can't cover, it will be a problem. You cannot just live off pass rush. They'll figure you out, bro. They'll go max protect, and because your secondary is bad, they'll still beat you. So I would not be so pumped and so secure about it. I love the front seven of the Dolphins, but I don't like the secondary at all. It's mishmash. It's a pack of rats there that we have no idea what the hell is going to happen outside of Minkah. And we'll get to Minkah also in the news with Minkah. What else do we have? Is it bad of me that I was trolling the Dolphins this past Saturday at training camp? You were. Big O, do you think Jack Jones is our best corner by default on the team? Strafasi, I think this secondary sucks. We good with that? All right. I think this secondary blows. I think it's a terrible secondary, and Weaver is going to have to work magic and play with smoke and mirrors like Josh, what's his name? The hell's the other guy's name from a few years back? He had no secondary and he had to use pass rush the entire time. Same shit. Same shit. Josh Stonecrab or Prime 112. Joe Stonecrab or Prime 112 for your last meal on death row. Oh, Prime 112. I'm gonna go New York Prime up in Boca. Okay. I'm gonna go New York Prime over Joe's and Prime 112. How do you like that? Nothing against Prime 112, nothing against Joe Stone Crab. Give me New York Prime in Boca. Okay. Love that place. Love their service, love their food, love their consistency. So I'll go there. Mocerino 305, the team is out for some kind of vengeance. That's right. On its fans for 40 years. Jay Slim, thank you, sir. As always, appreciate you all out there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Don't forget Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. Welt and Rheum is a proud sponsor of our program, folks. 954-966-4646. And we are in storm season. I don't even have to say hurricanes anymore because that's the obvious. A tornado, that's the obvious. But rain storms, we now see it. It is not normal anymore like when I was a kid. No, now it's torrential downpours. Okay. All right. And all of a sudden you're going to have leaks in your roof. Flooding occurs. It can happen in any neighborhood, in any town in this country. You see it on the news all the time. That's why you've got to be prepared. Save the number 954-966-4646. Anything happens, Jeff Welt and Daniel Rheum will send their adjusters. Never call the insurance company. You call Jeff and Dan first, explain your situation. They'll tell you got a case. They'll send their adjusters, and then they attack the insurance company for you. Okay? So if you have any kind of water damage, storm damage, wind damage is big. Might need a new roof. They can get you that new roof. 954-966-4646. And listeners have called from all over the state. They get it done. Bankruptcy, homeowner property damage, condo damage, criminal defense, business owner claims, commercial litigation, personal injury. 954-966-4646. Okay. All right. By the way, did you guys see Luka Doncic? Apparently, he is working out. He no longer looks like Orlando Alzagari out there on the court. You know, that's the amazing part. He had an Orlando Alzagari body, and he was playing absolutely out of his mind. Now he's been working out. Sean, show him. This is crazy, dude. That's Luka Doncic. And if Luka Doncic wants to stop effing around and just live on the Lord's talent, which clearly that dude up there, it's kind of like gifted. Like, you know, he created everything. Here you go. Here's your opportunity. And he gave you an opportunity. You figured out what your talent is. Because he gives everybody a talent or two or three. And then it's up to you to figure out what it is. And you can go use it in the world, right? Well, he's lived on the Lord's talent pretty much from the get-go. Well, guess what? Now he actually got the gift that he was given, and look what he's done with it, bro. That's impressive. And if he looks like that, he will be a much better player. That will be scary. If a dude that can play the way he can play he then now has the conditioning that goes with it. Wow, we might even see Luka Doncic play defense. What a concept. Holy shit. All righty. Dolphins made some moves. They signed quarterback Mike Hilton. They waived Nate Noel. They also signed Jack Jones. I mean, whatever, man. These are guys that are fringe guys and veterans, and they'll make a couple plays here or there, but they are what they are. These aren't players that you count on an every down basis. And so you've had injuries. The iffy guy today, Ifiatu Malefanu, whatever, I don't know how, whatever it is. But, they call him iffy. So a guy named Iffy is week to week. Just saying. How is he? Well, he's iffy. He's week to week. I'm talking about the safety. Yeah, no, iffy. Yeah, he's iffy. He's week to week. So I call him iffy, and he's week to week. He's iffy. Just saying. Coinkydinks are coinkydinks. Ladies and gentlemen, I got no control over coinkydinks. What do you want me to do? They call him iffy. He's week to week. Don't make it a habit, bitch. Waller. He's very active on the side. This is a guy that came in with, in shape and all, but we don't know if he's in football shape. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Have him run some routes on a light level and then on a medium level, and then you have him pick it up. What the hell is this, dude? Now, remember, they don't have to tell you anything about injuries. So they don't have to say it's an injury. Just like some of these injuries, they don't tell you exactly what the injury is. All we know is Cater Kohu is day-to-day with swelling. Right leg, where? Don't know. Calf, high ankle, low ankle, mid-sprain. Where's the swelling? Knee? I don't know. So these are the things. Dante Trader, few weeks away from scrimmaging. So when the scrimmages start, they're hoping that they have him ready for the scrimmages against. So a couple weeks away. BJ Adams is in concussion protocol. So this is why you had to make some moves. You have injuries in the secondary. Aaron Brewer, by the way, is still like in the level of walkthroughs. But again, I'm not worried about him at this point. So those are the injuries. Those are the moves. And that secondary, I would call it iffy. Not just the safety. I would call that entire damn secondary iffy. Okay? So those are some of the things that came out of the Mike McDaniel press conference and the transactions and why they made these transactions and what's going on with some of these moves so far. Tomorrow, the team will be in pads finally. I laugh. And by the way, remember, Caneswear, proud sponsor of our program. And if you're looking for Dolphins gear, Inter Miami gear, Miami Heat gear, Florida Panthers championship gear, whatever it is, Canes, anything with the logo, with a Canes logo on it, go to caneswear.com, use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off online at caneswear.com and in person. Put our code in there. Tell them BIG010. You will get 10% off. So I'm laughing because tomorrow's pads, and they don't have pads anywhere. Okay. So let me walk you through stuff. you really aren't playing anywhere near full speed. There's really no hitting going on. And on Twitter, all over the place, X, whatever the hell you want to call it, I don't care. You see all these highlight reels. And there's one where is it DK Metcalf, the one that got traded from Seattle to Pittsburgh? Is that the guy, right? It was Metcalf, right? Yeah, right. So Metcalf makes this amazing catch. And it was a great catch. There's one problem with the play. And they're like, oh, great throw by Rodgers and great catch by Metcalf. And I'm like, well, yeah, Metcalf made a great catch, but effing ball was thrown 8 yards out of bounds. And that's a highlight. And I'm like, how is that a highlight? And then there's one, Cam Ward with Tennessee. And he's rolling. He's a rolling. And he is just, and it's over 5 seconds to play. And he's thrown across his body, across the field. Terrific throw, don't get me wrong. But, people are, oh, wow, Cam, amazing. And I'm like, yeah, sure, nice throw, but you don't get 5 seconds in the NFL. This has nothing to do with reality. And we're so desperate for football. The consumer, you will consume any stupid little thing that they tell you, and then you will blow it up, and the media knows it, that they can play you guys like fools and like a fiddle, and that's exactly what they do. And they'll put out the highlight, or fans will put out the highlight, and then it's like, bro, that's not a highlight. Nothing about that is a highlight. That's backyard football that's going on. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, man. Too funny. Anyway. By the way, Acura Pembroke Pines, proud sponsor of the program. We were there on Friday wrapping up the month, the Summer of Performance sales event going on. And right now, the 2025 Integra, you can get it for 3.9% financing for 60 months, folks. $299 a month. Take advantage. The ADX, the brand new coupe, $349 a month, 4.9% financing for 60 months. And the RDX, my wife drives that one every day. She has beaten that thing up. It's going into year 16. And you can get it for $419 a month. You can get 4.9% financing for 60 months. Acura is, by the way, built here in America. So you will avoid the tariffs. Get on down to 15601 Pines Boulevard, just off of I-75 and Pines, and tell them that Big O sent you. Larry Schlossberg, Pat Nasto, Tony Stampone. Great service center. Go say hi to Mike Chan and Jordan Ferber. Phenomenal people. That is Craig Zins, Acura of Pembroke Pines. Big O, iffy needs to be spiffy. Thank you. I think the secondary is going to make old school Dolphin fans wish Paul Langford was still available. Paul Langford, Jerry Wilson, Bud Brown. You want more nightmares on Dolphin Street? There's plenty of those, bro. Plenty of those. Okay? Mucho in this case. Mucho. Let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar. The amazing Alan Blanco, 786-618-1443. Dolphins officially signed Mike Hilton to a contract. They waived running back Nate Noel. I guess it was a silent morning for him. They also signed cornerback Jack Jones, too, over the weekend. Those are some of the moves. On the injury front for the Dolphins, Kader Kohu is day-to-day with swelling in the right leg. Dante Trader few weeks away. They're hoping to have him ready for the first scrimmage. BJ Adams, the other young corner, concussion protocol. Aaron Brewer still in walkthrough levels. That's where he's at, not ready to practice. Darren Waller, I have no idea what the hell's going on, but apparently he's very active on the side. Whatever. And if Atui Melefanu, whatever, iffy is iffy. He's week to week. That's why he's iffy. And over the weekend, Inter Miami drew with Cincinnati at Chase Field. 0-0, baby. South Georgia beat Miami FC 2-1 Tuesday at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. They're in Pittsburgh to take on the legendary Riverhounds, baby. Yeah. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. You need custom printing and embroidery? Reach out to my guy, Alan Blanco, anywhere in the country, because you do all of that by Zoom and email and all of that. So your corporation, your entity, your school, you need any uniform, shirts. Maybe you just need shirts for a trip that you got 50, 100, 200 people going and you all want to wear, or a picnic or something. They can do all of that for you. 3A Graphics sports calendar. 3A Graphics, that is 786-618-1443. And you can talk to Alan himself. That's the owner. That's his cell number. Give him a ring and tell him we sent you. All right. Let's see. I'll say HG2 was funnier than I expected. Personally, I expected it to be boring. Was always a Sandler fan, but think the Netflix stuff has always been meh. I caught some of the what's it called? Number 2, what's it called? Happy Gilmore 2. And it felt like they completely lived off the first one. I didn't watch the whole thing. My wife watched it. I kind of was in and out. And because I wasn't, whatever. I saw the original. It just seemed like maybe I'll sit down and watch it, but I wasn't that impressed with it. Just say it was all right. Whatever. Pat in Nashville is in. Don't have a secondary. It is now a tertiary. Is that what you wrote there? Tertiary? Let's see. What else do we have? You say that Dolphins have printed themselves. Yeah. What else do we have? Checking in from LA. Thank you, Think Blue Dodgers. Appreciate you all out there as always. What else did I want to talk about? I got the injuries. I got a couple of other things that I definitely want to talk about. Tua. Couple of Tua things that I want to talk about that happened one happened over the weekend, and another one that I've constantly been preaching about and kind of explain it. I had to explain it to somebody the other day because, again, a lot of people sometimes really don't understand the game of football and talent, and different players have different skill sets. So you have to learn how to build around those skill sets. So I would ask you, Sean, do me a favor. Turn on your camera, turn on your mic, of course. So I can ask you a couple of simple questions that, and then you guys, it's 157 of you, please. You only have 62 likes, man. Come on, man. You can easily get us over 100. Man, make an effort. We make an effort every day, Sean and I, to put together a show for you guys. Come on, man. A little love. Hit that like button. Get the algorithms going. So, Sean, talk to me about all those games that Marino won with his legs.
You mean when he walked to the sideline after throwing an interception?
Better yet, okay. Talk to me about all those games Joe Montana won with his legs. Okay, hold on a second. Talk to me about all those games that Peyton Manning won with his legs. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Tell me all those games that Tom Brady won with his legs. Better yet, any games these guys won with their legs. And a quarterback sneak isn't winning it with your legs. I got another one for you. Give me all those great memories of Drew Brees gaining all those yards and winning games with his legs. You got that for me? Or is that like an airplane? I need some reading material. Would you like this leaflet of great Jewish athletes? So, like, it's a leaflet, right? Of quarterbacks that aren't there for their legs. Just saying. They're just a bunch of those guys. Now, I'm saying, now, Sean, how many of those games did Randall Cunningham win for his team? Did, right?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah. How about Michael Vick?
Yep, just a few.
Lamar Jackson?
Yes, sir, just as many.
Josh Allen?
Yeah, there's been a couple.
Steve Young?
Yeah, he won quite a few.
Interesting. Because I had a buddy of mine again, and I make my friends too. I go to them, bro, you're just a fan. And they take it as an insult, but I'm sorry. It's just, you think with your heart. You don't think with your head. Well, hey, this guy, and I did the same thing to him. I thought about it. I go, well, bro, hey, let's talk about all those games Marino won with his legs. Well, no, and I go, well, no, then follow up with Breeze, bro. Come on, these guys are always winning with their legs. Yeah, bro, Randall Cunningham needs his legs to be an effective quarterback. Cordell Stewart will need his legs in order to survive to be a quarterback. Lamar Jackson will need his legs in order to survive, because none of those dudes, Josh Allen included, none of those mofos can be pure pocket passers. They need their legs. So there's nothing wrong with any of the statues, but you got to block for them and you got to run for them. And that's what all of them have in common. And the ones that didn't win, like Marino, you didn't block for him. You didn't run for him. What are you not doing for Tua? You're not blocking. You're not running. Same shit. Then he understood it. And I go, the only time Tua's a problem is when his dumb ass thinks that he's a football player. When he wants to do what you want him to do. Dumbass. That's what I told my buddy. I called him a dumbass. I go, that's when he gets in trouble, because since they can't block and they can't run, and that coach on the sideline is a goof that only Sam the man believes in his ass, he then thinks that he has to run and do all kinds of shit, and he doesn't have to do that. Just like Marino never did it, and neither did Drew Brees, and neither did many of these other guys. They're not going to go chase somebody that intercepted them. But Tua's stupid ass went and chased the guy head first and got a knee in his head. Dumbass. Understand what talent you have, and then you build around that talent the way it's supposed to. Baker Mayfield is not going to win games with his legs. He can't outrun a fat cop with donuts. A fat cop caught him. So he's not an athlete. He's not there to win anything with his legs. Brock Purdy, once in a while he'll get out and run a couple. That's not what's going to win a damn game ever for his ass. That's just kind of the way it is. All right. Some guys have that feature, and unlike, let's say, Steve Young, who then, learned how to be disciplined and stay in the pocket and win from the pocket. That's when he won a Super Bowl. He had to adjust. Those other guys that I've talked about, they can't adjust. They can't do that. They have to run. It has to be part of their game. If they don't run, it will be incomplete for them. They will not be the same threat. So your problem for some of you out there is that you don't understand the game and the player and the talent and how one is used differently than the other. So that's my first Tua thing that I wanted to get off my chest. Okay. Anyway, remember, you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. Also, Chainlink and Solana too on Venmo, since they have picked it up. Let me get to a little entertainment. First of all, I saw the X-Men movie. Worth watching, worth going to the theater. Saw it on Friday. It's a better superhero movie than Superman. Superman is worth watching in the movies. It's entertaining. The periphery characters around, because I'm not going to give you any I'm not going to give any spoilers here. But the periphery characters of Superman are so key to its existence, its success, its being, whatever. And so they kind of add the color to it. And it becomes a little bit more cartoonish, more kiddish, Superman. But entertaining, good movie, solid. X-Men is a much better superhero movie and a much better plot and storyline overall. Okay. Again, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but I would rather, if I'm going to pick and choose and I can only go to one of the two, I'm going to go to X-Men over Superman. Okay. But both are worth watching in the movies. I went and saw Eddington on Saturday. Not a movie I would pay to see. Okay. Joaquin Phoenix plays an awesome role. That role he plays as an effed up sheriff, and just it's a really twisted and dark movie, effed up, and it's all like in the pandemic time. And it's kind of funny because it also shows the silliness and some of the things that we were going through in the pandemic. And it was just a few years ago, but it just kind of, but it is a twisted movie. Pedro Pascal is an X-Men. Pedro Pascal is in Eddington. He's the mayor in this movie. Again, I would not suggest that you pay for it at all. If you run into it down the line in one of the movie services, and you want to see kind of an effed up movie in the pandemic setting, and individually Joaquin Phoenix's role, he does an awesome job. Maybe he's a few sandwiches short of a picnic himself. I think most of us might agree with that. Maybe we're all a few sandwiches short of a picnic one way or another ourselves. What the hell? Okay. If we're going to point fingers at somebody else, point fingers at ourselves too. But Joaquin Phoenix does a great job of putting himself into the character. And that is one thing that stands out of this movie, is his acting job. Dude, he went all in. And the extremes that man goes to, I'm just saying, not a great movie. Not a movie I would pay for. But on a night that I just like, okay, I'm going to see an effed up movie. I'm not expecting anything great, but all right. And then especially Joaquin Phoenix, give it a whirl. And then on Sunday, I went to go see a dark rom-com with the wife called Oh Hi. I actually liked it. Don't pay for it. Okay. But when it does come out on movie services and you want to watch it with your significant other, it's a dark rom-com. So it's funny. It's effed up. The lead girl actually does a nice job of playing her role. I'm not going to give it away what role she's playing. Again, I'm trying not to give away any kind of spoilers because these are new movies and they're out, and I don't want to do any of that stuff for any of you that like to go. The wife and I got these passes with Regal for $25 a month. You get it for 3 months and you get the 4th month for free. And you get to go unlimited to movies. So I normally don't go to much movies because they're too expensive. And I'm afraid that, like, Eddington is not a movie I would pay for. But I'll see it now because I don't care. If the movie sucks, I'll completely just walk out. Now I can actually do that, And I think we've watched like 7 movies, I think, in our first month. I think we haven't even completed our first month yet. So we've watched a bunch of movies. And so now that I have that freedom of doing that, I'll give you guys my review. It might not mean shit. You might have completely different taste or anything like that. But Oh Hi. And it's funny where the title comes from. Better than I expected, actually. It's actually a pretty decent rom-com, okay? Not a great movie, It's hard to find great movies, but entertaining enough to watch. I would just say, because it's just in a twisted way. When you watch Oh Hi, you're going to be able to relate to both sides of the equation of that movie. As twisted as it may get, there are parts of it that you will relate to. Not saying you agree with everything, but there are things that you can relate to. So, there you go. Okay. And if you watch it, the kid, the kid involved in it, the main character, it's a kid. You really want to just you just want to hit him a couple times for his stupidity on how he played it wrong, is all I can say. Again, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but sometimes you're like, but anyway. So there you go. That's my reviews: X-Men, Eddington, and Oh Hi. There you go. Alrighty. Oh, by the way, let me just might as well, if I'm doing the entertainment, let me just do the music here before I get back to Tua and the Dolphins, because I got a couple of them that I really want to get into. Tua had some really strong stuff to say this weekend, and we have the Minkah stuff that I want to get into, because I thought we got to talk about that deal that the Dolphins made. All right, here we go. First of all, let's start off with musicians. Born on this date, Soulja Boy. DeAndre Cortez, Soulja Boy, is born on this date in 1990. Jacob Dakota Shaddix, lead singer of Papa Roach, born in 86. Afro Man, because I got high, born in 1974. Known as Joseph Edgar Foreman. We know him as Afro Man. Malcolm Holmes, drummer with OMD. Who else? Steve Took, percussionist for T-Rex with Mark Bolan, born in 1949. Simon Kirk, drummer with Free and Bad Company, of course, born in 1949. Rick Wright, keyboardist, vocalist with Pink Floyd. Richard Wright, born in 1943. George Cummings, steel guitar with Dr. Hook, born in 1938. Those are musicians. Now we go with other famous people born on this date. Remember, if I don't give the age, that means, sadly, they are no longer with us. And we start off with U.S. First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, born in 1929. Basketball Hall of Famer Senator Bill Bradley, born in 43. He is 82 today. Cartoonist Jim Davis, born in 45. He is 80. Actress Sally Struthers, keep feeding her, born in 47. She is 78 today. Let's see. Who else? Steve Morse from Deep Purple wasn't in that other list. Born in 54. He is 71. Christopher Reese from Social Distortion, born in 59. He's 66. Actress Lori Loughlin, born in 64. She's 61. Did your daughter get back to school finally? Dana White, born in 69. He's 56. Elizabeth Berkley, born in 72. She's 53. Glorilla, born in 99. She's 26. I don't know if you guys saw what Glorilla is doing. You know, she just got arrested for all the weed and all that stuff because it wasn't like her fault that the whole mess was, but because it was her place and they had weed. So now she got her mugshot and she's selling it now on online on her store and in concerts and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. Smart. Make a little money off of it. What the hell, right? Arresting you for having some weed in the house. Give me a break, dude. At this point, are we doing that now? Come on, man. Let's see. We start off in music history now. Let's start off in 1973, ladies and gentlemen. What happened today? July 28th in music history, more than 600,000 people turned out to see the Grateful Dead, the Allen Brothers Band, others in concert in the Summer Jam Festival at Watkins Glen in New York. In 86, REM released our fourth studio album, Life Rich Pageant. It features Fall on Me and Superman. Rapper Ice-T in 92 announced that Warner Brothers Records will pull the controversial song Cop Killer from all future copies from his Body Count album. The song had been target of protest by law enforcement groups who said it encouraged the killing of police. Ice-T said he would give away recordings of Cop Killer at his concerts. Ice-T would later join the cast of NBC drama Law and Order, where he plays the role of police detective Odafin Finn Tatula. Mary J. Blige in 92 released her debut album, What's the 411? It took the top spot on the R&B and hip-hop album charts at number 6 on the Billboard 200. Her unique blend of hip-hop and soul earned her nickname Queen of Hip-Hop. In 92, Bare Naked Ladies released her debut studio album, Gordon. In 93, Natalie Merchant sang for the first time with 10,000 Maniacs before embarking on a solo career. In 2001, Meatloaf passed out on stage in Pittsburgh at the Tribe Amphitheater during an apparent asthma attack. After about 10 minutes, he was able to breathe normally again and was able to finish the show. Trooper. And on this date in 2021, ZZ Top bassist Dusty Hill died at the age of 72. And that's what happened today in music history. All right. I like it. I'll get to Tua's message and also Minkah's contract that they did. I got to mention something that the Dolphins did yesterday over the weekend. I think it was on Saturday, I believe. And Big E was there, and it was like the first time they had ever given a fan an orange practice jersey. And I thought that was a really cool and really classy thing to do by the Miami Dolphins. For those of us that know, obviously Big E is going through a really, 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 really tough battle. And we're all praying and pulling for him. And I don't know, there aren't many better human beings on the planet than Big E. Okay, for Christ's sake, I saw him yesterday, and he's like, if anybody needs practice tickets, email me. I'll forward them to you and all that. I mean, this man has a bigger heart than fits in most places, okay? And it's the terrible thing, the way life works. And this is not something that should be happening to him, to be quite honest. And the Dolphins mean everything to him, obviously, because he's a monster fan and obviously was, voted the number one fan and all that. But we don't even need that trophy for him or that recognition. We just know it from seeing him and dealing with him and all that. He's a phenomenal human being, and we all pray for him. But just wanted to say that was a really, really nice gesture on behalf of the Miami Dolphins. And I'm sorry to hear that Big E also had a bit of a setback over the weekend too, and obviously, our prayers and our thoughts are there with you, Big E, man. We want you to pull through, and we're all praying for you, my brother. But I just wanted to commend the Dolphins on that, because I thought that was really, really cool. And you know what? I have no plans on going to Dolphins training camp this year. I just don't want to do it. That would be the only reason I would go, is just to see Big E and give him a hug, man. That would be the only reason. When I saw that, I was like, that would be the only reason why I would want to be at camp, just to see Big E and give him a little love there and just pray for the best. And if you can, folks, if you take a minute of your time, any time of your day, to pray for Big E, please do it, man. Nobody deserves it more than that guy. Nobody. I'm telling you. All right. Do me a favor, Sean. Give me a 60-second break, sir.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge, Total Landscape Solutions.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
Florida
And we started off with some news. Jordan Schultz. We used to have Jordan here on the show all the time. Dolphins are hosting free agent Noah Fant for a visit today, the tight end. I thought Darren Waller was in amazing shape. Oh, my God. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. Now, he has visited a couple teams already, and this is all part of it. So I guess he's weighing offers to see what's going on. I would like Noah Fant here. He would be the best tight end for the Dolphins right now. Not necessarily like this monster blocker or anything like that, but he is the most consistent pass catcher that's available in free agency. Okay. By the way, I keep saying, because Jay's corrected me, I kept saying, what is it, X-Men instead of Fantastic Four? It's Fantastic Four. My bad. Oh, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with the Noah Fant stuff. No guarantees, but interesting at least. Noah Fant in town. Eddington absolutely nailed the anti-maskers and the Uber maskers, seeing the one-way arrows in the grocery store. No, I mean, it reminds you of all that stuff we went through, and you'll laugh at some of that stuff that we went through and everything. But I'm just telling you, it's a different kind of movie, dude. It's a different kind of movie, Eddington. I'm not telling you to go pay for it, but you can watch it because it's different kind of movie, man. What else do we have? How's the Regal pop? I'm not a popcorn person. So I'll ask my wife and my daughter. They get it once in a while, but I'm not really much of a popcorn person. Bradley says, Big O just got on. You're rocking a Warriors tee. My hometown mascot was Warriors, and I graduated in 78. Our anthem for sports. This is actually a see? There you go. So you have Swan and Cochise and Ajax and Rembrandt and all the Warriors are on your shirt. Vermin, so they're all there, bro. They're all there, So yeah, it's a cool shirt. I saw it on Amazon years ago. I've had this shirt like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years or something like that. And I said, I got to have it. Love the shirt. And it's comfortable, actually. It's one of those dry fits. So it's very, very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Love it. All right. So we got Noah Fant in town. Wore the orange jersey in practice. That's the other thing that went on. All right. Let's get to some business. The Dolphins made a deal with Minkah Fitzpatrick, and I got to tell you something, man. I did not see this one coming. Like I told you guys, this is a problem that they inherited now that Minkah wants money, but they didn't have to give him an extension. And so that's what I was worried about, that, you got to give Minkah a year to play here to see if he's comfortable, all that kind of stuff. And if he fits and he plays well, and then once he fits, then you can talk extension, and you have 2 years left. So there's no hurry. I love what they did here. And if anybody, because I've seen people either talk or write, well, the talk was he had lost a step in Pittsburgh. This is stupid doing this. No, this is genius. Okay.
This is a genius move on behalf of the Dolphins. Minkah Fitzpatrick is a good football player, dude. Okay? All right. They adjusted his contract. The $16.24 million that he was going to earn, they just made it all a signing bonus. And then they made his salary this year $2 million. And then so they got the rest and they backed it into the next year. So that way they created $11 million of cap space, which, by the way, now can get Sealer's contract done. Effing genius. And folks, remember, they are paying no one in the secondary. You're not sitting there going, well, wait a minute, should we give this safety this money? Because, we're already paying Sam Madison and Pat Surtain. I'm just using our history. Like, at that moment, okay, shit, man, we got to give this safety this much money. Are we better off drafting a guy? Because, man, we're paying Pat and Sam a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? You have nobody at either corner spot. You're not paying anything in your nickel. You're not paying anything in these other safeties that you brought in, whether it's Davis or Iffy. You're not spending any big money anywhere in the secondary. So Minkah, who, by the way, is the only proven player, a damn good player, and a guy that likes to play the Swiss knife role. Well, that's what you need for the next 2 years, that your secondary's in transition. What did you do this year? You took care of the lines, the D tackles, the offensive line. What do you think you'll do next year? You'll take care of the boundary, and you'll go get your secondary guys. But for now, you got to suck it up. It is what it is, and you're paying nobody. And Cam, whether he comes through or not, he's still on his rookie deal, and he's probably done this year if he doesn't come through anyways. So there's no real big money. People that are freaking out about this, don't. This is a creative way to create cap space. I did not see this one coming. I gotta commend them on this. This was a nice ass move, dude. You're gonna need Minkah whether you like it or not for the next year or two, easily. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, he comes in, he fits, and you give him an extension after next season, and you have him here for a few years, and he leads your secondary, and that's fine. That's what I want to happen. I don't know about you guys, but there's no complaining about this. This is genius. It keeps the player happy. Minkah, he gets his guaranteed money because none of the money was guaranteed. Okay. So now you get him and you tell, hey, listen, we need you to play and play well, and then we'll give you the extension after. And I'm sure he understands that. And you were in good faith giving him guarantees now, which he didn't have. So now you've smoothed that out. At the same time, you created $11 million of cap space, which you can now turn it into a contract for Sealer, because you can create a low number for Sealer for this year and next year. And then in the third year, it starts to really go up significantly. Okay? This is genius. Okay? Genius. Great move by them. Love this move. And I wonder if in the front office and, their cap people are this good, they're like, hey, if we can acquire him, then what we can do is guarantee his money in the last 2 years. That'll open up the space we need in order to then take care of Sealer. And then that solves our problem at safety, and we take care of our leader, who has been, the pinnacle of perfection when it comes to who do you want as a person, as a professional, as a player. Who sets that example? Nobody sets it better than Zach Sealer. Nobody. Right? So I told you guys that they would take care of him, all this stupidness. But I get it, dude. The media has to go run with it and be all panicked and create drama and fun and all that bullshit, because that's what sells and gets clicks. We don't do that shit here. We just tell you right on honesty. It doesn't work out well for us. Okay? But that's fine. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. But that move was a really, really good move by the Miami Dolphins. I was supremely impressed with that move. Hialeah Park, by the way, will be there on we'll be there tomorrow. I forgot, bro. Tomorrow it starts Hialeah Park. Yeah, it's been Thursdays for 5 years now. Well, in year 6, okay, we're switching over to Tuesdays now. So Tuesdays at 2, by the way. So we're an hour earlier tomorrow. Normally it's Thursdays at 3. Now Tuesdays at 2 at Hialeah Park. All right. Got the loosest slots out there. Get on down there. They're giving away a Corvette. So every time you play those slot machines, you're getting an entry to try to win yourself a Corvette, baby. Get on down and visit my friends at Hialeah Park. They got great entertainment, Fridays and Saturdays, DJs, great dancing, restaurants. They got, what's it called? Vicky's Bakery now, which is amazing. Have un pastel de guayaba or whatever type of pastel you want, or sandwiches, medianoche, pan cubano, whatever it is, or Cuban sandwich, that is. Whatever it is you want, they got it there, man. I'm telling you. So check it out there at Hialeah Park. Great entertainment, great fun. Oh, by the way, a non-smoking casino. Inside the casino, you can't smoke. Now they do have outside areas. They have the smoking hot slots where it's all covered outside and it's got a bunch of fans and everything, so you can bring your vape pipe, your tobacco, your cigar, your cigarette, and enjoy yourselves in that area. They also have balconies where you can go take a break from the poker tables and take a smoke and all that. So Hialeah's got it for you, man, and plus smoke free, so you can gamble in peace. Nothing wrong with that, right? Let's see, what else do we have? Big O Blackberry Smoke, November 19th, Fort Lauderdale, I believe. Maybe I go. I like Blackberry Smoke. They're fantastic. Noah Fant would slot in as a starter. Oh, yes. God, yes. Immediately. I would like that. I would like that for Tua. Yeah, for the offense. What else do we have? That would be a good pickup for the Dolphins. Yes, it would be. Yeah, they just opened up $11 million of cap space. They can afford Noah Fant easily. They can afford Fant and Sealer now. Daniel Guzman is hitting the road going to Valdosta, Georgia. Thank you, sir. Isn't that where isn't there an amusement park in Valdosta? Because isn't Valdosta the one that's right just off the Georgia borderline? Right? Because I remember that I wanted to go, the wife and I wanted to go to an amusement park, and I remember and it was a city that was just north of the border, and I think it was Valdosta. And I think there's an amusement park in Valdosta, Georgia. I think, if memory serves me correct, Valdosta's close to the border, and there's an amusement park there, I think. Maybe I'm full of shit. What else do we have here? Fins cleared. Yes, sir. That's right. Big O for Dolphins road game week 1. Do I rock vintage logo? Or I only rock vintage, bro. I don't rock anything new. Don't ever ask me about the new merch. Omar was on with Joe. Panicked a bit about the O-line. He should. They have no depth whatsoever, and we still don't know if they're going to be good. So yeah, you should be panicked about the O-line until proven otherwise. Yep. I heard Mike McDaniel told Chris Greer to do the contract to Minkah to free up cap space. You heard? Okay. You heard. Is that red Corvette, Big O? You're much too fast. Yes, it is. And it is a red Corvette they're giving away. It is a little red Corvette. Wild Adventures, says Eddie Lepp. I don't know the name, but if you did the homework there and you looked it up and you goggled it, as Hammer used to say, goggle it. Did you goggle it, Sean? Is there an amusement park in Valdosta, Georgia? Because Knowing you probably did that while we were talking. So I don't know if I was right or not. Soch says, yes, Valdosta, Georgia is about 15 miles from the Florida border, and they do have a small entertainment park. You see? La memoria. I still have it for now. You don't know if he can still play at a Pro Bowl level, so you basically gave him a 1-year prove-it deal. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I think he can still play. I just think it's how you use him. Again. Oh, you did a super chat? I'm sorry, bro. Frankie, there you go. Thank you, sir, for the super chat. Big O, will you go to training? No shot. I will go to training camp. No shot. There's no way. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. I am done going to them. I'm not done going to them, but I have no plans whatsoever on going to camp this year. None. I am not wasting my time because I do believe it's a waste of time. Anyways, camp is weak. It's super weak. You don't really get a feel for the team at all nowadays. They don't hit enough, to be quite honest. Plus, I don't think they're very good. But thank you for the super chat, bro. Sorry about that, Frankie. My bad. I apologize. Tua, he was on the NFL Network with Bucky Brooks and with Cam. And he was asked about obviously the screw up known as Tyreek Hill and mending fences and getting this relationship back on track and trust and all of those kind of things. And Tua, to his credit, he truly is the only person in the organization that has shown any kind of balls in handling the Tyreek Hill situation the way it's supposed to be handled, with the brutal honesty of where everything should stand. And I think Tua speaks for a lot of people when it comes to Tyreek Hill. Sean Stanley, please play that soundbite of Tua on the NFL Network with Cam and with Bucky Brooks.
I would say from that comment last year, it's not like only one person was going to hear that. Like, Cheetah had to have known that, okay, if I'm saying this, I'm going to make sure the team knows. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make sure the quarterback knows. I'm going to make sure the fans know. I'm going to make sure everybody knows. Mm-hmm. The league knows. I'm going to keep everybody on notice when I make this comment. And could it have been in the heat of the moment? Sure, you could say that. But at the end of the day, it came out. And whether you portrayed it to be something different because you're a competitor or not, that's not up for you to decide. Mm-hmm. That's up for people in their own minds to create that, whatever they thought that meant for them, right? And so, just like anybody else, like, yeah, of course, Cheetah's a great player, phenomenal player. But in the locker room, that's where everything, the nitty gritty, the relationships, the hard conversations, like, that's where you build each other up. That's why you kind of work on each other as well. You have those conversations there, and so Reek is going through his own phase of who he wants to become as a man in this league, who he wants to become as a father for his kids. And I said this in the previous interview, it's never too late for anybody to want to change, man. Mm-hmm. Like, regardless of what that looks like for them, that's their stepping stone, that's their journey, and that's what it is. And we're still continuing to build that relationship. But if that happened maybe 3 years ago, I can understand what you're saying. I probably wouldn't have, because in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to be talking bad about somebody or, because I wouldn't want that done to me. But I don't feel it's me talking bad about my teammate. kind of what you said, I'm just trying to hold him accountable because that's what we're trying to do with everybody on our team. And if this is what we say the standard is, then that's what the standard is, and nobody's exempt from it.
You know, when you quit on people and you say I'm out, and everything that Tua said there is 100. Nobody should trust Tyreek. Tyreek's word doesn't mean jack shit. He has no credibility whatsoever. And so he's got to earn it. And by the way, I love how he said he's got to, you know, as a man, as a father, because he's a failure all over the place. And it's, you know, time to look in the mirror because you don't quit on your teammates. That's unacceptable. That's been unacceptable in that realm forever. That is the ultimate, like, we're done with you moment. So he's got to earn his way back. Look, nobody does that in that building. Does Tua in his own right have to be available? Yeah, he's got to stop doing the stupid things. Throwing his body around like he thinks he's got a body that he can throw around and all that. Yeah, he's got to work on his own thing. But that's different. Okay? That's different. Patrick Paul's got to work on proving that he's a starter in this league. James Daniels has got to prove that he's back from an Achilles injury. You know, everybody's got some kind of challenge, but nobody's trying to prove who their character is, what their professionalism is. That's not questioned for all these guys. Maybe for Cam, not the interviewer, the player, the quarterback. Maybe though, you know, Tyreek and Cam, okay, because unfortunately he's been a terrible draft pick and he, you know, been known to be lazy and not work hard and all that. So he has already taken a hit as his reputation, just like Tyreek. But Tyreek is a lot deeper because his problems run a lot deeper. And at least Tua is the only guy that is willing to actually tell you the truth. And that everybody else danced around the Tyreek issue. He's the only one that attacked it head on. Said, no. We're not, no. He's got to prove. Because it's not just about having talent. The Lord blessed you with the talent, but bro, use it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Don't be an idiot. We're all given a gift, right? So use it the right way to maximize it for yourself. So we'll see. We shall see. But kudos to Tua because he's the only one that's willing to put Tyreek Hill's feet to the fire. And if he's not willing to take that necessary step, thank God you got an opportunity to get rid of his ass this year when you're done. So we'll find out. Big O, for someone who's not a financial advisor, you do give out a lot of good financial advice. You'd almost think common sense is part of a financial plan, which is just silliness, okay? I am not a financial advisor, okay? Just maybe I got lucky once or twice and told you, hey, this Bitcoin thing, this Ethereum thing, you know, it might work out for you. You might want to try to, you know. So it ain't cute anymore, Cheetah. I don't think it was ever cute quitting on a team or breaking an IG model's leg or something. You know, none of that has ever been cute. Or driving 60 miles an hour before a game in that area. You know. Dolphin Dave says, I'm ready. I'm already looking forward to the draft for this team next year. This team just doesn't have it to go. Weber is your team bye week 5 or something? No, I think the bye week's like 11. By the way, and Dolphin Dave, that was like kind of discombobulated there. By the way, Ho Yoon, thank you for the love. As always, sir, on Venmo, I appreciate you. Thank you. And he just makes his donation. Have a great day. And, we've been telling you about our GoFundMe page to help us get to Madrid to cover the one game, the only road game that I want to cover this year is this one, because I want to cover the Dolphin events, do the pre and post, meet fans out there, all that, have some fun with that. But and we got the QR code there. You can make a donation to help us get there and all that kind of stuff. But it's funny how very few have donated there, like a fraction. Everybody's done it by Venmo or PayPal. I'm sorry, or Venmo or Cash App. Okay. And Ho Yoon has been one of them. And thank you, Ho Yoon. I appreciate you, sir. Every week, your dedication is absolutely incredible. Thank you, sir. Oh, man. And Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. Which, by the way, where is good old Bitcoin right now? Where are we hanging with Bitcoin? We're in the 118s. We were pushing over 119, but I guess we dropped back down, and we are in the 118 area right now. 118.267 right now. All right. This is a beautiful time to continue to accumulate before the real takeoff is coming, folks. Take advantage. All right, what else do we have here going on? That's it, I think. I think that is it. You guys got any final questions for me before we wrap it up here on the show? What you got? Any questions on the chat board? Don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button. You still haven't gotten us over 100, folks. Damn. Come on. You got any questions? Send them in. I'll give you guys a minute or two. Tyreek may be faster than a chubby IG model, but he can't outrun the tooth. That is true. Yep. This organization is too sensitive. They've been virtually non-accountable for Reek's behavior over the years. Good on Tua. Yeah, Tua's been the only guy. That's it. Everybody else down, they dance around it. Obviously Mike McDaniel doesn't call out anything. It's terrible. So not good. Caspa outlook within the next 6 months. Sam, I'm a long-term guy, so not worried. It goes good. I guess Gabriel wasn't listening to the show. Gabriel, I haven't changed my tune on the Marlins for years, my brother. They don't exist. I don't really give a shit about them. Check back with me when they sign core players and they stay with them for a couple of years and they commit to winning, not flukish little runs and all that. Dude, I didn't pay attention to the team when they had Yelich and Stanton and all those guys. I never talked about the Marlins then. And that's just the same way now. It's the same thing. I didn't give a shit about them. Why am I going to give a shit about them now? I don't give a shit about the Marlins. Go somewhere else for your Marlins talk. I'm not sure how many times I got to repeat it to you fools. I don't care about the Marlins, bro. I don't need them. That's the beauty of it. I don't need the Marlins to survive at all. I barely ever talk about them for years now, for like a decade now. So, yeah, dude, I don't give a shit about the Marlins. Really don't. Frankie, again, thank you. He goes, are you worried nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday on the offensive line struggling this year? I don't understand. What does that mean? What does that mean, Sean? What does nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday on the offensive line struggles this year? What does he mean by that?
I think there's a meme going around that has the nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Oh, so then they use the clip from what I'm saying? I mean, listen, you guys go ahead and play with yourselves all you want if you want to do that or whatever, bro. Who knows? The Dolphins' offensive line is just not going to be good. I don't do crypto bro shows anymore. I do a crypto segment in here. But Gabriel, bro, rewind the goddamn show, bro. Start from the beginning. You know what I mean? Start from the beginning, my brother. Okay, you're like way out. Everything's been talked about, crypto, everything, Marlins and all that. So just rewind, dude. Rewind. You're way behind. You're way behind. What's your day going to look like after the show? I'm just messing around. I'm going to go get some lunch because I haven't had any food yet. That's what I'm going to do. So, Jeff in Long Island, my package is coming today. I want to thank you. Yes. And you got a whole bunch of bonuses in there. Those of you that I had delays on that stuff, dude, I gave you guys a bunch of extras. So that way, obviously come through for you guys on that. You came through for me and for Sean and the show. So we repaid you in spades, and you'll see. You got like 3 extra items. Whoever was delayed got like 3 extra items on everything. So you ended up getting a bonus for our delays and our screw ups. You got a monster bonus on top of all of that. Where somebody might give you like a 5% off, or nah, dude, no. We like either doubled or tripled your order or something is what we did. And so that's what we did instead to kind of take care of all you guys out there. Pat in Nashville. Hey, yo, have you seen the movie Eddington? By the way, Metallica at the Sphere. Now that I thought about you, that I heard about it over the weekend. My boy just sent me something from Blabbermouth about Metallica. Talks about a Sphere residency for them. Also, my buddy just sent me that the Stray Cats are going on tour with all 3 Florida members, but no Florida dates. What is that, bro? Why do we get left out a lot? I'd like to go see the Stray Cats, by the way. Stray cat strut, I'm a ladies' cat. Yeah, I'm feeling Casanova. Hey, man, that's that. Come on, man. I can't believe it. The Stray Cats, the original Stray Cats, are strutting, and I don't get to see them here in South Florida. I may have to travel for the Stray Cats. I would have never thought of that. Never. Now I'm like, hey, man, Brian Setzer still sounds good. I give those guys so much credit because they were as creative and as distinctive as it gets in that era. Nobody was doing rockabilly, and to make it rockabilly and make it pop, and it's just really, really, really cool. That get your own sound at that time, obviously influence from the past, but at that moment to make rockabilly, mainstream, that's impressive, dude. It's super impressive when you're able to do that with different music genres and kind of make them mainstream. Let's see what else. What is my thought on bringing Hurst in? Hayden Hurst? No, I have no thoughts on that. Ray, thank you, sir. Yeah, too hot in Florida for the Stray Cats, probably. What are the tour dates? What are the tour dates? I'd like to know. Inquiring minds want to know, where would I have to travel? Let me see here again. Stray Cats tour dates. Okay. Mount Pleasant, Rockford, Louisville, Indianapolis on the 29th of October. Columbus, Ohio, Gary, Indiana. I use Gary, Indiana all the time. When I tell people my name, Al Zagari, I tell them Al as in Al, Zoo as in animals, and Gary as in Gary, Indiana. Interesting. Northfield, Ohio, Morristown, New Jersey, Westbury, New York, Ledyard, Connecticut, Verona, New York, Port Chester, New York, Cincinnati, Ohio, Kansas City, Missouri, and Albuquerque, New Mexico, Phoenix, Highland, California, Las Vegas, Nevada, November 19th at the Cosmopolitan, Santa Rosa, California, and then at Wheatland, California to wrap it up. Those are the tour dates for the Stray Cats. Damn. Missed out on it. When are you returning to Raleigh-Durham area? Horn Dog, I don't know. Don't know. Unless I have a concert, I don't know when I'll go back. Jay Slim. Big O, what do you think of Bitcoin? You can rewind, and I love it. Bye. Just go. Is it Backstreet Boys? Bye. That's it. We had a nice run with tours. Now the past year or so, folks are skipping us again. Oh, they always skip. In South Florida, we always miss out on different things, dude. Always, bro. Always. Pat in Asheville, that bastard gets everything. Everything. Lucky sumbitch. Everybody goes through North Carolina, bro. It's awesome. And especially Asheville. Asheville's like one of those, like it's considered like an art music town as it is. So they always get it, man. We don't. Because we're all the way in the bottom, and they got to drive all the way down and then drive all the hell out of the damn peninsula. Plus, I think our demo hurts us. Not for nothing, but, soy cubano, and we have lots of Latinos here, And so when you have a lot of Latinos, things change, man, the demographics. So you see a lot of Latin music, you see a lot of rap, but the rock can get it shaky. Not as much rock. They don't believe our people like the rock. That's the problem. No rock for you. It's not no soup for you. No rock for you. And then we get screwed. So I think it's two things. One, the logistics, the ingress egress is a pain in the ass. But I think also, man, I think our demographics no good, man. No good for rock and roll. No good for heavy metal. So, just saying. It's Instinct that did the buy. Okay, so when it comes to Bitcoin, go with Instinct. Buy. Okay? There you go. I'm sorry, I'm not an expert in boy bands. But they will all come down here because of our demographic, man. They're not rock and roll. So, we rock and roll, bye. We in sing, say hi. It's kind of the thing. Some young people don't like rock, I think. Well, young people are kind of screwed up nowadays. What can I tell you? Gear is setting up this team. Oh, Greer is setting up this team for the future. Good job. Yes. Yeah. For Weaver and the rest of the team and the rest of the future. Yes, I'm with you there. All right. We thank the great Sean Stanley. Tomorrow we're on at 2:00 in the afternoon. We're at Hialeah Park. We'll have some fun. David Furones will join us fresh from camp, and we'll get his thoughts on everything that's going on in camp. We'll see what's the latest at camp, and we'll talk about everything there. We appreciate all of you out there. As always, don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't forget to keep stacking those sats, baby. We'll see you tomorrow. 2:00, Hialeah Park. Same time, same place, same bat channel.